I believe this is the most efficient offense you've had even dating back to your Texas Tech days. And I know you guys still have a few tough games left and at least 4 games left to go. But do you have any reason to believe why this offense has been more efficient in terms of yards per play than some of the past teams you've had?
Well, we got quite a few receivers back, and then I think Max is playing better than he was last year. And Gordon, ball gets off his hand quickly, and he reads the field pretty good. And I think his experience is helping him.
Do you think he is more willing to look downfield and not necessarily taking risks and throwing the ball into bad situations, but he's willing to look for guys downfield and can really trust his receivers, especially on the outside?
Yeah, he's more of a downfield guy and does a good job with it. I think he sees the field pretty well too.
Is that also why you guys haven't been in too many third down scenarios, maybe compared to years past, because you guys are maybe getting more of the yards first down, second down? Do you think that's been an emphasis too, not getting into too many third down scenarios?
No, not as much, but I mean it's worked out that way sometimes. We've got to be better at third down. I mean, you always try to get better at third down, but like every year, I've never had what I'd consider a satisfactory third down year, but also it's important to get a lot of first downs, and we do that.
I think that was something Max brought up when we talked to him last week, is the third down performance against Oregon. When you look at that film, what weren't you guys doing necessarily on third down to have a lot of success there?
Just little things. Execution would be the quick answer. They've got some really good players, and they're going to get some opportunities too, but I'd say just little details. We just need to put it in play.
Mike, playing at Cal, other coaches have talked about the need to bring your own energy at that stadium. Is that kind of your impression, or what are your impressions of that stadium?
It's a gorgeous stadium. They're a little off you, so it's not particularly loud, because they're a ways off you, and just the way it goes, like, where they're back, kind of.
Are you guys able to recreate kind of late game scenarios in practice, and just in terms of being able to close games better? Is that something that you guys can really work on in practice, or is it more just doing it during the game and figuring out a way during the game?
I just thinking, we practice pretty late anyway, so some of these guys go at 6 a.m, so I don't see the sense in that. But we go at night, and go at night on Sunday too, for a couple reasons, so we can get stuff done, but also because it gives us a day under the lights, especially early in the season.
You happen to see the video of the black cat that ran to the field in Monday Night Football last night?
No, I heard about it. My wife was talking about that. I heard about that. I didn't see it.
I was going to show you if you want to react to
let's
it
see
in real time.
Well, I said there was a fox that ran all over the field, and
he's walking to the 3. He's at the 2. And the cat is in the CDW red zone. CDW, people who get it now, a policeman, a state trooper has come on the field, and the cat runs into the end zone. That is a touchdown.
it's pretty good by that announcer.
The cat is elusive, kind of like Barkley and Elliott. But he didn't know where to go. Look at, they're trying to corner him, and they got him in the end zone. There are state troopers all around this cat, which now climbs up into the stands, and the fans are running for their life. Now it goes back on the field again, and it's running in the back of the end zone, and it runs up.
And he leaves.
He's walking.
Huh.
What do you think of the athleticism?
Pretty good.
Are you playing the air raid?
I've seen animals on the field twice that I can think of. One at Kentucky, we were playing at Georgia, and right in the middle of the game, this chocolate lab comes out there, and he's a real athletic chocolate lab, and he's running all over the field, and they can't catch him either. They're trying like crazy to catch him. I mean, we got some of America's best athletes chasing that cat, or chasing that dog, and he can't catch him. And then they finally caught him, and it turns out it was Mark Schlabach's dog. And that was before he was as national as he is now. He was covering the Bulldogs. And so he's up there and looks out there on the field, and I imagine he thinks initially, who's crazy enough to let their dog loose. Then he realizes that's my dog. And he lived right up the street from the stadium, and it's his chocolate lab out there in the middle of that game. And then, but the best was there was a fox. At Texas Tech, these foxes lived under the stadium, and they're these gray foxes, so they're smaller than the red ones you traditionally see, and so they'd be half again bigger than that cat. Real athletic. He's running around the field. Nobody can catch him, and then of course that fox is surprised, scared to death. There's 60,000 people there, and he runs to the edge of the stadium and leaps to that edge of the stadium that's kind of a concrete about this wide, and he goes sprinting up that entire side of the stadium. Then he sprints the full 100 yards, 100 plus, because it was probably went around, and it probably covered the end zones too. So he sprints like 120 yards right behind everybody's head on the back row, and they can see him at this point, and I mean running fast. And then when he got to the corner, he kind of went down a little bit, and then there was a building there beside the visitors' tunnel. So he leaps on the roof of the building, he leaps on the visitors' tunnel, and leaps off the stadium. And I haven't seen him since.